Never should one overlook the presence of Prince Edward, Queen Elizabeth II's youngest son, amidst the prominence of King Charles and Prince Andrew. Although he seldom graces the public eye, his subdued existence should not fade from memory. Undoubtedly, he has not attained the same degree of renown or notoriety as his siblings during his 58 years of life, and there exist distinct explanations for this phenomenon. Nevertheless, it is crucial to acknowledge the respect he garners for striving to lead an unassuming life as an everyday citizen. We shall delve into the factors that led Edward to opt for a life of tranquility. Let's get started. Prince Edward, officially known as the Earl of Wessex, has indeed led a relatively low-profile life compared to his older siblings. There are several reasons for this, including the significant age gap between him and his two elder siblings, Prince Charles and Princess Anne, as well as his decision to pursue a different path than traditional royal duties. Prince Edward held the unique distinction of being the third son and the youngest of the four children born to Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh. His birth carried a special significance, as it marked a change in the tradition of fathers being present during childbirth in the British royal family. During most of the 20th century, it was customary for men, including fathers, to be kept out of the delivery room during childbirth. This practice was the norm for royal births as well. However, the late 1960s brought about a shift in this tradition, and fathers started to be present during labor and delivery. In the case of Prince Edward's birth, he was the first and only one among Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip's children whose father was present in the delivery room. This departure from tradition was made possible by the Queen's invitation, indicating her progressive approach to childbirth and her desire to have her husband by her side during this significant moment. It's noteworthy that Queen Elizabeth II was ahead of her time in embracing the idea of fathers being present during childbirth, as this practice became more widespread in the years that followed. This historical context adds a unique dimension to Prince Edward's birth, highlighting the evolving traditions and customs within the British royal family during the mid-20th century. Prince Edward's position as the youngest member of the royal family, born 16 years after his elder brother Charles III, indeed contributed to a unique upbringing that was less bound by strict royal protocol. This age gap allowed for a more relaxed and intimate approach to his upbringing, with Queen Elizabeth II affectionately referring to Andrew and Edward as her second family, as noted by Ingrid Seward. The Queen's determination to play a more hands-on role in the upbringing of her younger sons was a significant departure from the more formal and distant approach, often associated with her older children, Charles and Anne. She made adjustments to her schedule, even altering the timing of her weekly meetings with the Prime Minister to ensure she could spend quality time with Andrew and Edward. This closer bond between the Queen and her second family allowed for a more nurturing and relaxed environment during their formative years. Prince Edward's personality as a child exhibited both introverted and extroverted qualities. According to biography, he had a natural inclination towards solitude and books. His calm and studious demeanor often saw him sitting still for extended periods, a trait that set him apart from his more active siblings. On the other hand, some accounts, such as those mentioned in Sophie's Kiss via Vanity Fair, suggest that Edward also displayed moments of startling arrogance and petulance during his childhood. These occasional outbursts may have been a reflection of the challenges and pressures that come with being a member of the royal family, where expectations and scrutiny are high. The question of favoritism among Queen Elizabeth II's children has been the subject of speculation and intrigue over the years. While these claims are largely based on hearsay and interpretations, they offer a glimpse into the intricate dynamics within the royal family. It has been rumored that Prince Edward may have held a special place in Queen Elizabeth II's heart, with some even suggesting that he was her favorite child. Royal biographer Matthew Dennison endorsed this claim in his book, indicating that Edward's standing in the family was indeed noteworthy. Furthermore, Dennison went a step further by suggesting that Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, also favored Prince Edward. These assertions provide an interesting perspective on the familial relationships within the royal household, although they remain largely speculative. On the other hand, some hold the belief that Prince Andrew, Queen Elizabeth II's second son, was the darling of the family. These differing opinions underscore the complexity of family dynamics within the royal setting and the variations in perception among observers. Despite the speculation surrounding favoritism, it is essential to acknowledge that the inner workings of the royal family are private, and members typically refrain from making public comments on such personal matters. As such, these claims remain largely unconfirmed, and it is challenging to ascertain the true extent of any favoritism within the family. However, there is more solid ground when it comes to reports of sibling rivalry and conflicts among the younger Windsor siblings during their childhood. According to Ingrid Seward's book Prince Edward, Prince Andrew and Prince Edward possessed different temperaments. Andrew was described as a rowdy mischief-maker, while Edward was portrayed as a bookish and well-behaved child. Their contrasting personalities sometimes led to clashes, with Andrew occasionally setting his younger brother up to pull pranks or break rules for his own amusement. Andrew's behavior extended to physical actions, as he was known to swipe food and deliver kicks to Edward when the nanny's attention was elsewhere. It is worth noting that Edward's exemplary behavior may have accentuated the contrast with his more boisterous brother. Seward also claimed in another book, as reported by the BBC, that Prince Andrew displayed a tendency to bully everyone, suggesting that his interactions with his siblings were not limited to Edward. This emphasizes the complex interpersonal dynamics within the royal family, where sibling rivalries and conflicts can be part of the norm. Despite their differences, Prince Andrew and Prince Edward did share common ground. They both had a fondness for their pony, Valkyrie, although they expressed their affection for it in different ways. Edward enjoyed riding the pony, while Andrew preferred grooming it. Nursery staff described their relationship as reminiscent of the comedic duo Laurel and Hardy, highlighting the contrast in their personalities while acknowledging their ability to get along despite their differences. After completing his studies at Cambridge University in 1986, Prince Edward embarked on a unique path that set him apart from the typical royal roles. In 1986, he made the surprising decision to join the Royal Marines, a branch of the British Armed Forces known for its rigorous training and demanding service. However, his time in the Royal Marines was relatively brief. In 1987, Prince Edward garnered significant media attention when he made the unconventional choice to resign from his Marine post. His decision to leave the military was influenced by his true passion for the performing arts. He had a deep-seated interest in theater, television, and production, and it became evident that his heart was drawn to the world of entertainment. Following his departure from the Royal Marines, Prince Edward pursued a career in television production. He became involved in various aspects of the entertainment industry, gaining valuable experience and knowledge. In 1993, he took a significant step by establishing his own production company, named Ardent Productions. Ardent Productions allowed Prince Edward to explore his creativity and produce a variety of television programs and documentaries. Although his work did not always attract widespread public attention, it was a significant achievement in his own right. His contributions to the world of television production showcased his dedication and passion for the industry. Prince Edward's personal life has indeed included some notable moments that garnered public attention. In 1999, he married Sophie Rice-Jones, who subsequently became known as the Countess of Wessex. Their wedding was a relatively small-scale affair compared to previous royal weddings, and it held a special significance in the wake of the tragic death of Princess Diana just 2 years earlier. The couple's union marked the first royal wedding in the family since that heartbreaking event, and it brought a sense of joy and renewal to the royal household. Prince Edward and the Countess of Wessex, Sophie, have since built a life together that combines their royal responsibilities with their shared interests and passions. They are parents to 2 children, a daughter named Louise and a son named James. The birth of their children added a new dimension to their roles within the royal family as they embraced the responsibilities of parenthood alongside their public duties. One of Prince Edward's distinctive attributes is his deep and abiding love for the arts. This passion became evident in a unique way when it came to the royal titles bestowed upon him and his wife, Sophie. According to Woman and Home, Prince Edward's affection for the 1990s film Shakespeare in Love played a significant role in the choice of their titles. In the movie Shakespeare in Love, actor Colin Firth portrays a character named Lord Wessex. Prince Edward became enamored with the name Wessex due to his fascination with the film. As a result, when he married Sophie Rhys-Jones, they were granted the titles of the Earl and Countess of Wessex. This choice was a testament to Prince Edward's personal interests and his desire to incorporate elements of his own life and personality into his royal identity. Prince Edward's unconventional path within the royal family took an interesting turn when it came to his titles and royal duties. Despite the initially planned titles of Duke and Duchess, Queen Elizabeth II granted him the new name Change, making him the Earl of Wessex and his wife the Countess of Wessex. This decision reflected Prince Edward's unique preferences as he not only shied away from traditional royal roles but also chose to forego more prominent titles, seeking a life that was different from the royal norm. In addition to his non-traditional titles, Prince Edward also ventured into the world of television production, a career that allowed him to express his creativity and pursue his passion for the arts. However, by 2002, his television career came to an end, and he chose to remain relatively out of the public eye. It wasn't until 2017 that Prince Edward's role within the royal family saw a significant change. With his father, Prince Philip, retiring from his royal duties after a remarkable half-century of service, the responsibilities and tasks once carried by the Duke of Edinburgh were passed on to his youngest son, Prince Edward. This marked a turning point in Prince Edward's royal career as he assumed a more active role within the family. Prince Edward's new responsibilities included representing the royal family at various events, supporting charitable organizations, and carrying out official engagements on behalf of the monarchy. This increased visibility allowed him to connect with the public in a more prominent way, despite his previous preference for a quieter life. As for the line of succession, Prince Edward is currently 13th in line to the British throne, following the change in the rules of succession in 2013. Under the updated rules, succession is determined by birth order, regardless of gender, for children born in 2011 or later. Therefore, Prince Edward's son, James, and daughter also hold places in the line of succession, ranking 14th and 15th, respectively. This change in succession rules reflects a more modern approach to royal lineage, ensuring equal opportunities for all members of the royal family. In recent years, Prince Edward has become slightly more visible within the royal family, particularly following the death of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II. While he may not be as well known as some of his more prominent relatives, his dedication to his royal duties, his unique approach to titles and career, and his commitment to the family have allowed him to play a significant role within the British monarchy, contributing in his own distinctive way to its continuity and relevance. We all know that Queen Elizabeth II became an iconic figure in British history as the longest reigning monarch, surpassing all her predecessors. Her remarkable journey as the Queen began on February 6, 1952, when she ascended to the throne after the untimely death of her father, King George VI. At the tender age of 25, she inherited the responsibilities of the British monarchy. The following year, in a grand and historic ceremony, Queen Elizabeth II was officially crowned at Westminster Abbey. This coronation marked the beginning of her exceptional reign that would span an impressive 70 years. Throughout her time on the throne, she witnessed significant societal and global changes, becoming a symbol of stability and continuity in an ever-evolving world. Queen Elizabeth II's dedication to her role as a monarch was unwavering. Her reign was defined by a sense of duty, grace, and commitment to her people. She carried out numerous royal duties, both at home and abroad, making her a beloved and respected figure not only in the United Kingdom but also around the world. At the time of her accession to the throne, Queen Elizabeth II was already a mother of two. Her firstborn, Prince Charles, was born in 1948, and her second child, Princess Anne, arrived in 1950. These two children were born to her and her husband, Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, whom she had married in 1947. The royal couple's marriage was marked by a deep and enduring partnership that would stand the test of time. As the years passed, Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip expanded their family. About a decade after the birth of Princess Anne, they welcomed their third child, Prince Andrew, in 1960. Prince Andrew would go on to have his own prominent role within the royal family. In 1964, Queen Elizabeth II gave birth to her fourth and final child, Prince Edward. Prince Edward's arrival completed the family, and he would eventually take on his own royal duties and responsibilities as he grew older. King Charles III's ascension to the throne was a historic moment in British monarchy, marking the end of Queen Elizabeth II's remarkable 70-year reign. As the Prince of Wales, he had long been prepared for the role, making him one of the most visible and well-prepared members of the royal family for this significant transition. However, while King Charles III may have taken center stage, his siblings have also had their share of both public attention and scrutiny. Princess Anne, his elder sister, carved her own unique path within the royal family. Her presence on the global stage was felt when she participated in the 1976 Montreal Olympics, showcasing her athleticism and dedication to sports. Over the years, Princess Anne has also been known for her strong work ethic, extensive charitable endeavors, and dedication to various causes. Her personal life has not been without its share of attention. She has been married twice. First to Captain Mark Phillips in 1973, with whom she had two children, Peter and Zara. Later, in 1992, she married Timothy Lawrence, a Royal Navy officer. Additionally, Princess Anne found herself in the public eye due to a highly publicized affair, which garnered significant media attention. Despite these personal challenges, she has remained a respected member of the royal family. In recent years, Princess Anne has maintained a lower profile, although she occasionally makes headlines for her charitable work and public appearances, particularly following her mother's passing. Her continued involvement in various royal duties reflects her ongoing commitment to her role within the family. On the other hand, Prince Andrew, the second son of Queen Elizabeth II, has faced considerable controversy and scrutiny in recent years. He has been embroiled in allegations related to sexual assault and has been connected to Jeffrey Epstein, a wealthy financier with a controversial history. These allegations have significantly impacted his public image and royal responsibilities, leading to his reduced visibility within the family and the monarchy. What do you think about Prince Edward, who rarely appears in the media? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this, and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.